It's kind of exciting that we're gonna start from scratch. Hell yeah. Hey, friend. What the hell is this thing?
A custom-built rubidium-infused electromagnetic field generator. Normally, electromagnetic waves operate on a limited frequency spectrum. But with the extreme nature of rubidium particles, the possibilities become infinite. The frequency spectrum can be stretched so that our waves will be able to penetrate all potential landscapes and disturb their magnetic fields. In effect, pulling the proximity plane towards us, just like a magnet.
Really? It's that simple?
I prefer the word elegant, provided it works as expected. It would be much more reasonable to test this theory in a safer environment before putting it to such extreme use.
Well, we don't seem to have the luxury of testing anything in a safe environment. So I guess we'll just have to close our eyes and push the button.
Maybe your ignorance is a blessing in this case, because we don't have a choice. We are treading on thin ice here. Once activated, the module will start emitting an extremely powerful electromagnetic field affecting not only the outside world, but also inside the base. The effects are hard to predict, but it can be everything from instruments malfunctioning to the entire base being annihilated within minutes.
Sounds encouraging.
Once we turn this thing on and the internal structure materializes, you will need to act quickly. Climb it as fast as you can, penetrate the prism entanglement, place the fragmenting device there, and press start. While you're up there, the rest of us will be fighting to keep the base in one piece. And if there's anything I can tell you for sure, it's that we will not be able to hold the fort for long.
So, I only get one shot.
Exactly. That's why it's vital that we have all hands on deck.
Good point. The team's not ready for this kind of challenge.
Then make sure it is, because we'll need to be flawlessly prepared. Battery packs, robust radiation protection, abundant repair kits on stock. There'll be no time to resupply, no way for you to come back to the base mid-mission. And no time for the rest of us to take care of anything other than protecting the base from falling apart.
And here I was, thinking you'd give me a pep talk.
Well, you're getting cold facts instead. Here's one crucial point. It will be wisest to start in the morning. We don't know how long it will take you to get up there, and the last thing you'd want to encounter is night radiation on top of that structure.
What if you can't hold it up for as long as I need, and the whole thing dematerializes while I'm up there?
Like I said, you'll need to be fast, and we'll need to be strong.
Right.
When you're ready to start, go to the foot of the structure and call me on the radio. On your signal, I'll activate this beast, and we'll see what kind of hell we've unleashed.
already started.
It's not looking good down here. The base is under extreme pressure. Looks like we have a short circuit in the research lab. And I will need to contain it.
No, I'll go. You? Oh. Damn it. Okay, you take care of it.
Have a surge of electrostatic discharges. Instruments are unstable, but your battery might actually profit from that anomaly.
Damn it! Prism anomaly. Slowed me down. I need to press on.
Help anyone? There's something seriously wrong with the gravity in here. Things are fucking flying around.
Jan, we're not gonna hold on for much longer. Get up there and destroy that son of a bitch.
Almost there. Come on! Not more anomalies!
It's gonna give in. Launch the device, quick.
see how things are going back at the crib.
Welcome back. We did quite well, don't you think?
It's kind of exciting that we're gonna start from scratch. On Earth, I mean. Kind of exciting that we're gonna start from scratch. Okay, team, we made it. The rescue ship is gonna be able to land.
I have to say, all this time I was trying hard not to think about how much the odds were against us. But we beat them. We beat the odds. It's incredible.
Cheers to us, huh? But it's not over yet. There's two things we need to discuss. One, after talking to Maxwell, we decided that it's better for your safety if the crew doesn't know you exist. So, you need to be smuggled on board that ship. You can't be serious. Why the hell are we supposed to hide? Are we a threat to anybody?
All right. And what about the other thing?
Okay, here comes problem number 2. I learned some disturbing things about Maxwell's experiments, and I'm not sure we can trust him to stick to his word and keep you safe from harm. Which means we might want to think of a way to take control of that ship ourselves. Guide it out of their reach, somewhere they can't find you. Once we land, we'd have to abandon the ship with the Rapidium on board. Ally Corp would find it eventually, but it will buy us time to get you to safety.
Interesting. You do know that the crew of that ship will probably be fully armed. Are you willing to confront a military unit?
Armed? Why didn't we know about this? I never said anything about fighting them. We need to be smart about this. Look, we're a team. We'll think of something, right? Remember, they have no idea about your existence. We could use that to our advantage.
Correct. And we can also predict that they will have to enter the base to salvage any mission-critical documentation. That's the procedure, and they will have to follow it.
Okay, so maybe we could hide outside, wait until they enter the base, and lock them in somehow.
And? What next?
What? And just leave them?
Locking them inside the base and taking off without them would be a death sentence. But before they die, they'd have enough time to contact Earth and warn everybody. If we're really considering going to war with them, I'd say there's a much safer way to handle it.
Such as?
We could blow up the base with the rescue team inside. Explosives shouldn't be hard to prepare.
No. There has to be another way than killing. It should be something Jan could carry out on his own if we're really supposed to be hidden from them.
We could let them board the ship without knowing that you're not alone, of course. But just before takeoff, you could simply use some kind of incapacitating agent on them, like a sleeping gas. Of course, you'd have to be prepared for it, devise some kind of upgrade to your suit so that the sleeping agent doesn't have any effect on you. A gas mask. But the biggest problem with that solution is that you'd have to be smart about deploying it. Sneak up to a ventilation shaft when no one is looking. There's no guarantee you'll have an opportunity to do that.
I say we take the risk. We've done impossible things before, and we can do it now. But killing? That would be new. And I don't think I want to find out how it feels to have blood on my hands. Okay, I get it. But we have to decide on something.
If you want my opinion, there's only one factor we need to consider while making this decision. The success of the mission.
No. Your safety is what matters most to me.
Okay. Whatever you decide, right now we need to focus on the fundamentals. Let's say we dealt with the rescue team one way or another. What then?
We need to take control of that ship somehow.
Which will probably mean we'll have to craft an autopilot device, connect it to the onboard computer, and override the coordinates of our destination.
We still need to decide how to smuggle you on board.
I presume you already gave it some thought prior to this conversation?
I'd like to listen to your ideas first. Here's one. You could throw a party for our guests, get them drunk while we'd hide somewhere in the hold.
Fine. Here's my take. It's not the actual smuggling that's the problem, it's surviving the voyage in cryosleep. And that's going to take a separate, properly designed module.
How about a Rapidium arc? The cargo they'll never leave behind.
Oh, that's actually interesting. A Rapidium arc with a false bottom. That's what we should build.
How about a fake module that's only pretending to be filled with Rapidium? That's it. We need to create a fake Rapidium arc.
A Trojan horse Rapidium arc.
Yeah, I like it. That's settled. Do we have everything?
Almost. Except the last detail.
What do you mean?
We managed to get on board, hijack the ship, steer it wherever we want. What next, Jan? Have you really thought this through? You said you'd get us to safety, buy us time to escape and hide, but what about you? Our disappearance might even be beneficial to the corporation. It could be convenient for them if we're gone and buried. But you, they'll be determined to hunt you down. They'll need to have a scapegoat, someone they can blame for losing their ship. And contrary to us, you're an existing person. You can be traced. You can be put on trial. Are you sure you want to do this? Suffer the consequences if they catch you?
Well, I have to say, I hadn't thought about it that way. Thanks for making it even harder.
Anytime.
Well, we're not going to be able to brainstorm everything out, right? Some things are just out of our control. What a mature comment, Jan. I'm proud of you.
Well. Look who's gained a new outlook on reality.
Let's just do what we do best. I'll activate the beacon, and then we get to work. We're in this together.
Yes. No time to waste.
Lucas, it's good to hear from you.
Jan, did you manage to get rid of that barrier?
Yeah, the ship's gonna be here anytime now. Have you thought about helping me out?
I have. And it's a big favor to ask. But I thought it over after we talked. I have something to confess. It's not easy, but I lied to you about not remembering that patient. 313. Lied to myself because I didn't want to remember.
So, what happened?
One day they just carried him out in a plastic bag. And I was told to erase any traces of his existence from the database. Simple as that. Then I got a call from a woman who was asking about her son and demanding medical data. She was very agitated, but I just hung up. Then there were other calls about other patients. Again, I ignored them. I wanted to believe in Maxwell's visions so bad. I guess I just preferred to be blind to everything that was going on. Right under my nose. But yeah, I think people did lose their minds. And some even lost their lives. All this time I was aware of it, and I feel so bad about it.
Man, that's a heavy thing to admit. And I know it took courage.
It's good to get it off my chest. And I know one thing. I don't want to do that anymore. Be part of something I don't approve of. And the least I can do is help you to get your alters somewhere far away, where they have a chance to escape to freedom. We'll let Ally Corp retrieve the Rapidium when they find the ship eventually. Your alters deserve to live. And you deserve to choose their fate.
Thanks, Lucas. Let's do it. I know how much you're risking.
Yeah, I am risking a lot. Maybe more than you know. But you risked a lot too. Just because I asked you to. And I think I've learned something from you, Jan.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Sometimes you just have to shut your eyes and do the dangerous thing.
Doesn't sound like something Grandma would approve of.
I don't know. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask her yourself. I'm saving a spot for you in her calendar.
All right. We'd better get down to it then.
Yeah, right. In that case, I'll need you to prepare something for me. Because I'm not going to be able to use codes from Maxwell to hack the ship's autopilot system. You're going to have to give me a way in.
What do you need?
A rat.
A what?
A remote access transmitter. All you'll need to do is activate it once you're on board and align it with the ship's frequency.
Sounds simple enough. But where will you put the ship down?
That depends on the weather and have some ideas.
Lucas?
Good luck.
Soon I'll be going outside with just a t-shirt on.
Ice. I don't know that movie.
Imagining myself in a proper, well-equipped lab. This gas is, surprisingly potent. Good.
We handled it like pros.
I keep imagining myself in a proper, well-equipped lab again. I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Looks like I'm done. Should
I
I
don't
go
say
there
it
next?
often, but I'm proud of us.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? Soon I'll be going outside with just a t-shirt on. Time to get comfortable in the sarcophagus.
Yes, it's a shame we're leaving. I feel there's more I could have discovered.
I know. I wish I could have given you more of my time.
No, you don't. You were the best man for this mission, remember? So you did what you had to do. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. Right.
See you on the other side, Jan.
Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Of course. So, you think we're gonna make it? I mean, get out of this on our own terms? I'm pretty damn sure we will. Well, well, well. Is that unwavering positivity on? Huh. Be careful. It can become a habit. Don't worry. I won't forget about the cynic in me. I hope not. If anything happens, remember to take good care of yourself. You owe it to all of us. And stay positive. Wait, there's something you should know. I didn't want to break this to you earlier. I wasn't sure how you'd handle it. What is it? Come on, spit it out. After you came back, I got a call from Lucas. It was about Ben. Apparently, there was an accident on the rig. What? That was in my life path. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be different here, right? Tell me he's okay. I'm sorry. He didn't make it. What? You're lying. I didn't believe you. Maybe that's simply how fate works. I never believed in fate. I always thought something could be done about everything. If we just wanted it strongly enough. Oh, I'm such a fool. I should have stayed behind and died.
John, how are preparations? Is everything ready?
I'm ready.
And your altars? Are they well hidden?
Can I be sure you'll keep your part of the deal? I know about Patient 313, and many others, probably.
You do.
Is that how you're gonna treat my alters as well? And just erase their data if they happen to die?
No escaping my mistakes, it seems. Yes, I admit, unfortunate things happened. Very unfortunate. And I regret them deeply. I didn't want anyone to suffer. But it happened. I can't turn back the clock. All I can do, all we can do, is make sure this tragedy doesn't go to waste. We're so close to changing everything for the better. You can't let me down now.
You? What about my alters?
Your altars? I know you've grown close, but you need to think rationally. You know you can't give them a normal life on Earth. You'll never be able to do that. What you can do is make their existence really matter. Not just for you personally, but for a much bigger purpose. That's something we can only do together, you and me. Please, just think about it. Don't let emotions get the better of you.
No. I can't agree with that. They're thinking, feeling individuals, not byproducts we can reutilize.
Is that what you thought when you were creating them? Or is it just something you want to believe so you can feel better about yourself? Deep down, you know what's the most reasonable thing to do, and safest for you.
For me?
Yes. You are aware that if we don't follow this through as planned, I will have to disclose everything to the corporation?
What? No, why?
Because it would be the truth. About you. Using my knowledge against my intentions, taking advantage of my trust to break the law and do something inexplicable for purely selfish reasons. You'd spend a lifetime in jail, be stigmatized by society, and as for your alters, well, like I said, they have no future anyway.
I'm not betraying them.
Well, they don't have to know. Whatever promises you made to them, remember, Jan, they are merely quantum simulations of your mind, draped in mortal human flesh. You owe them nothing. So I advise you to think this through very carefully. One false move, and you can destroy everything you've struggled for. Or you can come back safely and live your life as you want, a free man. All you need to do is simply smuggle your altars on board the ship as you were told to, and nothing else. Don't overthink it. Do the right thing.
So, this is it. Thanks for saving my life, and being a home for me, for us.
This is the Allied Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Hello. You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
Ready to do it all over again, if needed.
What a champ. I wish I'd met you earlier. Operating that base, getting into the other side of the planet, collecting rupidium, all on your freaking own. Yet we've been having heated debates about how you managed it.
It wasn't so hard, really. Once you find yourself in a fix like that, you just have to do your best. I'm sure anybody would have managed.
Well, I beg to differ. What you did was exceptional. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be beaten. Get that gritty ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that CB unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some Allied Corp assets. Okay, let's get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination. Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier. And the bioscanner readings.
Contamination?
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dosky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
What are you talking about? That's impossible.
Well, we got something in here. Any explanation you can give me?
The only explanation I can give you is that we've got a lot of rupidium in there. Whatever else your equipment is detecting, I don't think it matters much. And I'm sure there'll be experts on the ground to analyze it properly back on Earth.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Our job is to bring back the goods, not overthink it. This is not like we're going to leave part of the cargo behind. The bosses would kill us.
What do we do with the readings, sir? You want me to report them?
We'll do that once we're airborne. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a proper checkup when we land. We gotta clear the base and get out of here. On the double now.
was nothing.
That's a lot of personal stuff for one guy. Okay, focus on more important assets than Bolski's own life. We ain't got all day. Yes, sir. Head into the research lab and we should be done.
You set up the research lab, huh? What a guy.
Come on.
Quantum core secured. All good on our side too.
Come on.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here before we get fried.
Made it. Lucas takes care of everything now. How did I end up here? Was this path just a random sequence of events? Now I know that there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Free Rapidium-grown food products will be distributed in several areas of the country today as part of the Food Innovation Initiative. The program is still in the pilot phase, and many people express concerns about the safety of Rapidium-grown crops, but experts are hopeful.
Rapidium is the answer. It is the only answer we have, and we can't mess it up. Ally Corp claim their research is promising, but what's most exciting for me as a scientist is the diversification. Corporations, subsidized or not, will always put their interests before public benefit. It's just the way they work. But because non-profit organizations are in the picture as well, we can and we have to be optimistic about the future. The Food Innovation Initiative will be the first test of how ready we are for this breakthrough.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
I'm not convinced, Sarah. Shouldn't I be telling the truth?
Look, we already talked about that, right? Let's follow the script. As expected, Maxwell is trying to pin it all on you. Hijacking the ship, conducting those branching experiments without informing him. We have to convince the court that it was exactly the other way around, that he made you do all those things. Are you ready to do that?
Of course. I was just doing as I was told.
Good. We have to use the conflict between him and Ally Corp to our advantage.
And the corporation is still on my side.
They'll never admit that they lost control of your mission.
So the strategy to put the blame on Maxwell...
Is consulted with them, yes.
Sounds like a smart plan.
It's what you hired me for. Keep Ally Corp happy and they will have no interest in complicating your trial. They got Rapidium, and they don't want anyone questioning the methods that were used to get it.
So... if I want to play along...
You need to make Maxwell look like a madman.
Maybe that's all he ever was. Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified, Lucas Pena. And he disclosed some very incriminating facts about Maxwell's experiments from the past. It's gold for us.
Man. I hope I didn't bring disaster on us by encouraging Lucas to face the truth.
You encouraged him? Well, what can I say? It is going to complicate the picture for Ally Corp. But that's not our problem. In fact, it can turn all the attention to Maxwell and possibly even get you acquitted.
Really? It's that good?
It can be. Just play your role of a grateful employee and let the corporation take over the narrative.
Yeah, right. Anything else I should know?
I reached out to your ex-wife. She agreed to testify in your favor and against Maxwell.
That's kind of her, but I'd really prefer to keep her out of this. Let her get on with her work.
Look, I understand that things haven't been so great between the two of you, but we need all the help we can get. Especially from the new head of Rapidium Technologies.
Do you think I could talk to her after the trial?
Technically, you could, but I'm afraid she's made it very clear that she'd prefer to stay away from, well, everything that concerns you.
Oh. I see.
Let's practice your testimony.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it.